Hello everyone, today we are breaking down Season 4, Episode 8, Baptism of Fire of The Witcher. But before that, remember to like the video, helps out the channel a lot, and subscribe, and yada yada yada, let's get to it. The first thing we see is Geralt and company. Last episode, they found out Ciri was not in Nilfgaard, that it was a fake. So now they are going to a group of druids that Regis knows to see if they can pinpoint her location. The only issue is they have to cross this river first. The company is also a bit smaller. Percival and Yarpen went back home to settle down. They have seen too much death on this journey. And Meve has left as well. She's pregnant and the journey is too much for her. The group finds a ferry to get them across the river to Nilfgaard. They start to go across when northern soldiers, or knights maybe, they are wearing armor, appear on the other side. It is hard to know what kingdom they are from, since there are multiple ones fighting Nilfgaard. They are running from Nilfgaard soldiers. The northern knights yell at Geralt and company to bring the ferry over to them now. They want to escape to the other side. The ferry's owners were not about to get wrapped up in their fight, so they cut the boat loose and head down the river. The northern knights accuse them of being Nilfgaard spies and start firing arrows at them. They start rowing the boat down the river to avoid them. As they go down the river, archers appear on the northern side, Nilfgaardians, who start firing arrows at them. So they are getting it from both sides here. Lucky for them, Meve comes out of nowhere to save them. She takes out the archers from behind. She then dives into the water and swims to the ferry to join her friends. So it seems that she is going to put off being a pregnant woman for a little longer and help her friends. Regis gets shot during this exchange, and he literally shrugs it off. Regis is a higher vampire, so only another higher vampire can kill him. So basically, he's invulnerable to all man-made weapons. We are with Yennefer and Philippa. They're cleaning up from the battle they had with Vilgefortz in episode 6. They're all kind of bummed. Yes, they did win the battle with Vilgefortz, but he is still alive, which means he could still go after Ciri and them. And they don't have Ciri. They still have no idea where she can be. Philippa thought she could be the hope for them, and now they have nothing. Yennefer says that not all is lost. They still have their sisterhood, all the mages they gathered. Yennefer says that is their most powerful asset, and tells Philippa to grab them. It's time to have a meeting. We're now with the rats. They are going to the town of Jealousy to kill Leo Bonhart. Last episode, Hotspurn, an associate of theirs, told them Bonhart was after their bounties. So instead of waiting for Bonhart to find them, they're going to him. So the fight is more on their terms, I guess you would say. Unfortunately for them, this is a trap. Bonhart knows they are coming and is waiting for them. The rats kind of think if they kill Bonhart, their names will be etched in history. Bonhart is famous on the continent. He's a very dangerous man. So killing him would make them legends. We're now with Ciri riding like the wind to tell the rats it is a trap. She learned this last episode after she rode down Hotspurn to free the kid she helped kidnap. Will she make it to her friends? Time will tell. We're back with Geralt and company. They find a clearing where they can dock the ferry. They are about to head over there when the northern knights from earlier come up on the clearing. They yell at Geralt and company again to bring the ferry to them. And we see that Queen Meve is part of the group. Meve is the queen of Lyria and Rivia, which is in the northern kingdoms. Her being part of the group on shore does not seem to faze Geralt and company. They still don't want to dock over there. They most likely would be killed once they did. So Geralt and company continue down the river. We're now with Yennefer and the other mages. Yennefer gives a speech on the Brotherhood of Sorcerers. How it was kind of bad that they used mages, weaponized them for the greater good of the Brotherhood, and then would pit each other against one another, especially when they would be put in rival royal courts. Yennefer says that the stuff they did in the past few weeks is how it should have always been, working together for a common goal. Yennefer wants to bring all the mages back and build something new, the Lodge of Sorceresses. So it won't be like the Brotherhood. They will have control of it and make it the way they want to. We're back with Geralt and company still floating down the river. They come across a bridge. Regis says that is why there's so many soldiers from both sides around. He who holds the bridge rules over the territory. It is the only bridge for miles, so it is really the only way to get troops across. The northern army has the bridge. Jaskier is praying they don't see the ferry, because if they do, they will attack immediately. And of course they see them and start firing arrows. Even worse though, it is really rocky under the bridge, and they ground the ferry. Geralt and the rest get off the ferry and take cover under the bridge. While under the bridge, Meve doubles over in pain. There is blood on her legs. Cahir thinks she has been hit by an arrow, but that is not the case. Regis, being a learned man and a barber surgeon, knows she is miscarrying, which means the embryo or fetus is dead, so no more baby. I mean, she has been doing a lot of running and jumping, and the stress of almost being killed by arrows probably didn't help either. There is a commotion on the bridge above. Nilfgaard has arrived, and they are going to attempt to take the bridge. Cahir, being a former Nilfgaard officer, knows if they take the bridge, they will kill everyone, including them. So they need to help the Northern Army hold off the invaders. Cahir, Zoltan, Geralt, and Jaskier climb the ladder to get to the top of the ridge. Regis will stay with Meve until her ordeal has run its course. She can't really move until it has, which is the main reason why they're going to help the Northern armies, because if they could move, they would just run away. Cahir and Geralt get to the top of the bridge. The Northern troops are saying the bridge is lost and they need to retreat, but Cahir won't have it. Being a former officer, Cahir knows how to rally the troops. Geralt and him lead the charge and the Northern troops follow. They battle with Nilfgaard. Once the fighting starts, Jaskier climbs right back down to Meve and Regis, saying he's needed more here anyways. To be honest, when I initially saw him go up there, I was very confused. Like, what are you going to do, bro? Jaskier isn't exactly known for his fighting skills. We are back on top of the bridge. They have pushed Nilfgaard back, and it looks like they have won. But the cavalry has arrived. Geralt and the rest of the Northern army are forced to fall back. They were getting lit up by arrows, and the bridge has a canopy over it, providing cover. Two Nilfgaard horsemen come riding up on Geralt. He uses the sign R to knock one off, and he slashes the other one off his horse. Ard is a sign, which are simple spells all Witchers can cast. Ard is a telekinetic thrust that can knock opponents backwards. A Nilfgaard officer rides up on Cahir. Cahir picks up a crossbow and hits him right between the eyes, killing the man. I point this out just to remind folks, Cahir is a very skilled warrior. He is no slouch. Nilfgaard retreats and Queen Meve arrives. The Northern troops are excited to see their queen. They go to meet her when they meet a monster on the bridge instead. They run the other way. This is a troll. Trolls are giant humanoid creatures that are kinda dumb. They can speak and communicate with humans, but they're just very slow. They are very strong and difficult to kill if you aren't skilled. This is a job for a Witcher. Geralt potions up before taking on the troll, which that alone should tell you how dangerous they are. Witcher potions can do a variety of things, but the one we mostly see in the show increases speed and strength. Geralt is ready to take on the beast. The troll is working with Nilfgaard. This isn't just a random encounter. The two sides must have come to some kind of agreement. Geralt and the troll fight. Geralt slashes and stabs the troll multiple times and it does nothing to it. It's eating those attacks. Geralt is about to get hit by the troll, so he uses the sign Quen to protect himself. Quen is basically a protective shield. It does protect Geralt from getting hit by the monster, but it still sends him flying. Cahir is alone now with it, trying to slow it down until Geralt returns. Cahir is almost killed. Lucky for him, Geralt shows up in the nick of time. He then kills the troll. There is a fire blocking Queen Maeve's path on the bridge. Geralt uses the sign Ard to put out the fire, letting them through. We're back with Yennefer. She is speaking with Triss Merigold. Yennefer brings Triss the dagger Vesemir stabbed Vilgefortz with. She wants Triss to use the blood from it to track Vilgefortz back to his castle. Yennefer says Vilgefortz is weak, they need to find him and kill him now, and that she has to do this alone. A lot of people lost their lives when Vilgefortz attacked them here. Yennefer does not want to be responsible for any more deaths, which is why this will be a solo mission. Triss does it and opens a portal from it. Yennefer walks through it and is dropped into the sea. There is a giant vortex sucking her in. So either Vilgefortz's base is under the sea, or he protected his portal location using some kind of magic. Basically so he can't be tracked. So if anyone does try to open a portal to him, they end up in the ocean. This way he won't get any unwanted visitors. We're now with Vilgefortz. It seems a few other people survived from the battle as well, but Vilgefortz knows better. That the only reason they survived is because of their cowardice. He kills all three and then takes body parts from all of them. What is Vilgefortz planning? Maybe some kind of Frankenstein monster thing? I suppose we'll have to wait till next season to find out. We are now with the rats. They go to the inn Bonhart is staying at. They yell at Bonhart to come out, Bonhart has been waiting. He comes out smiling. He's quite excited to get this show on the road. Bonhart tells the rats that there is a goodly award for them dead, but an even bigger award for them alive. So what will it be? The easy way or the hard way? The rats choose the hard way thinking they can take him. Bonhart is pretty excited that they chose the hard way. Bonhart grabs his sword and starts humming a tune. He gets down to them and says, "Let the music play." He is ready to have some fun with the rats. Bonhart starts killing them one by one, taunting them as he goes. Kaylee and Missile are the last ones left. He gives Kaylee an offer to tell him where Ciri is and he will let him live. The rest are dead anyways, they won't know he took this deal. Kaylee would rather die with his comrades than give in to this monster. He takes one of his exploding rocks and runs towards Bonhart. If he's going to die, he's taking Bonhart with him. It doesn't work though. Bonhart slices his belly open and takes the rock and shoves it into his wound. Kaylee blows up. Missile tries sneak attacking him. He easily dodges it and stabs her in the gut. She lies on the ground screaming. Ciri comes just in time. She sees Missile on the ground crying in pain. She sees all the other rats dead as well. Ciri cries in anger and attacks. The two have quite the sword fight. But Ciri is no match for Bonhart. She falls on the ground. She stares at Missile and says that she is sorry. Ciri is on the ground, waiting for death. We're back with Geralt and company. Queen Meve wants to meet the man who led and fought off the Nilfgaard invaders from taking the bridge. She asks why he did it. He says it just sorta happened. Meve tells him to take a knee. She pulls out her sword. She got hit in the mouth, so she can't talk very well at the moment. So she has one of her other knights do it, but they knight Geralt. She dubs him Sir Geralt of Rivia. In episode 5, we found out that Geralt always wanted to be a knight, so this is a dream come true for him. The Peanut Gallery is making snide comments about what is happening. Cahir says a white knight, and now he is one. Which is very true. Geralt always seems to be the guy who saves the girl or a person from doom. He is always caught up in things like that. The only issue with this whole thing is that when you are knighted, you now have to be loyal to your sovereign. She says to serve faithfully, with courage and valor, and allegiance to her and only her. Geralt realizes this is not good. She has basically added him to her army, and he won't be able to leave now. He is a knight. He has to serve faithfully. If he doesn't, he could be executed. How will he get out of this? We'll have to wait till next season to find out. Small note, Geralt is kind of famous, and he has his Witcher medallion out in the open. I'm surprised she didn't know who he was. He has always called himself Geralt of Rivia before she dubbed him that. She is the Queen of Rivia. I'm shocked she wouldn't know about Geralt at all. I feel like he would have gone out of this whole knighting thing if he just said he was a Witcher. Most people on the continent know that Witchers are neutral. Just make up a story about a monster contract. Maybe get out of the whole thing. Granted, he did want to be a knight, and he didn't realize the consequences of getting that title. We're back with Ciri. She is not dead but tied to a pillar, and forced to watch Bonhart saw off the heads of her fellow rats. To collect the bounty, he needs to prove he killed them, and carrying their heads around is a lot easier than their whole bodies. Ciri cries as she sees him cut off the head of Missile. So it seems Bonhart has plans for Ciri and will keep her alive. Either he will collect the award money for keeping her alive, or maybe something more devious than that. We'll find out next season. And the last thing we see is Emhyr and his mage, Exurvius? That's probably not how you pronounce it. Last episode, Emhyr is led to believe that the reason he can't get the real Ciri is because of Geralt. Ciri is his destiny because she is his child surprise. Ciri cannot be Emhyr's destiny with Geralt alive. They go up to the cage with a monster inside. They give something to the creature of Geralt's. It is the brooch he got from Renfri in Season 1, and the one he discarded at the end of Season 3. So they are going to have the monster track down and kill Geralt. At least that is the plan. We currently don't know what kind of beast this can be, but we'll find out next season. And that is the end of Season 4. What did you guys think of the season? Personally, I enjoyed it, but leave your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want more Witcher content, please subscribe and like the video. Check out the Twitter link in the description below, and as always, have an awesome day.